I was in the movie industry, but very enchanted by what the fashion industry was and had a take on it that was comedic and funny and irreverent and narrative. And a few years later, I started a women's wear line, and here we are. The collection this season started with listening to a lot of Billie Holiday. That was just sort of like filling me with sadness and glee. So I was looking at a lot of 40s references and trying to figure out like how to do band through that filter. I had in parallel been working with Atari, which is a video game company from the 80s, on a men's project for the holiday season. Somehow we just ended up sort of taking a lot of the prints we were working on for men, we're working them into women's prints. This sort of very fresh thing started happening when those prints were translated into evening stuff specifically, is when we reached out to Swarovski, realizing that we were trying to create this textural video game sort of thing on the fabric. This is the first time we've ever worked with Swarovski. The idea with the crystals is really to enhance these video game prints that we're working on, to give them a three-dimensionality, very measured use of them, except for one amazing code. Band of Outsiders is based in Los Angeles. We make pretty classic stuff and just try to make it really fresh and refined. We're a relatively small company, quite homegrown. I'm a photographer, I do all of our campaigns as well. I make things now in the movie industry. I ended up in this strangely, slightly corporate role. What I do now is very tactile and very real.
My favorite piece is probably there's a really simple dress inspired by this video game called Warlords, and it's just a very simple, beautiful crepe de chine day dress.
We started with menswear roots, so there's a tomboy and a band girl for sure. There's a million muses and never one in particular, you know? So it's always a mix.